This will be a detailed overview of the different arms of the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Please note that this video is not about special squads or teams operating within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but about the various arms of the JCF and their duties. The scenes of crime. Motto: preserving and collecting evidence. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Scenes of Crime Unit boasts 5 centralized scenes of crime hubs, 9 decentralized sub-hubs, 1 major investigation division, and 10 mobile labs, specifically designed and dedicated to crime scene processing. With more than 150 trained forensic crime scene investigators, the unit has a responsibility to examine, photograph, process, and collect biological evidence at crime scenes island-wide. Crime scene investigators, unlike forensic scientists who conduct tests on physical evidence within a forensic lab, are on-the-scenes professionals who are called on the scene of a crime to ensure that all physical evidence is properly collected, preserved, and documented according to a strict code of standards. These investigative professionals also ensure that all physical evidence is packaged and transported to a forensic lab. A crime scene investigator at the scene of a crime may work with law enforcement to identify, isolate, and secure the crime scene, work with law enforcement to establish a restricted perimeter around the crime scene as to not compromise evidence, work with law enforcement to define a clear set of restrictions regarding non-essential personnel and investigative personnel, preserve, collect, and record impressions, including tool marks, footprints, tire marks, bite marks, and fingerprints, collect DNA evidence, including blood, semen, hair, skin, bloodstain patterns, bodily fluids, and nails. Collect trace evidence, including gunshot residue, fibers, accelerant, paint, glass, etc. Collect firearm evidence, including weapons, spent casings, bullet fragments, cartridges, and gunpowder patterns. Throughout a crime scene investigation, CSI professionals must ensure that all laws are followed, the crime scene and all collected evidence are properly documented, evidence is processed in an expeditious manner, evidence is processed without compromising it, proper methods and techniques for evidence recovery are followed, all equipment and resources are properly used, all evidence is properly handled, packaged, and transported, all physical evidence is recovered, and safety precautions are followed. The unit's crime scene approach is as follows. Regardless of the specific job of the crime scene investigator, all CSI professionals at the scene of a crime must adhere to the same set of regulations and the same protocol, which generally includes 1. Scene recognition. The initial phase of a crime scene investigation involves identifying and recognizing the scene and the physical evidence to be collected. A crime scene leader is generally responsible for its initial organizational phase, which involves approaching the search using an organized method or pattern. This may mean identifying the number of CSI professionals on the scene, the size of the area, and the extent of the crime scene. Recognizing the scene and the physical evidence at the scene is crucial as to ensure that the evidence is not compromised in any way and that it can be identified, processed, and packaged in an organized fashion. This phase of investigation also involves identifying the resources and equipment that may be needed and identifying and addressing any safety concerns or hazards. 2. Scene documentation. The next phase involves documenting and processing the physical evidence. This is done through written notes, diagrams, reports, photographs, and sketches. This information must be comprehensive, accurate, and factual, as it may be used by a forensic scientist in the lab, by law enforcement officials, and in a court of law. And 3. Evidence collection. Once the crime scene has been properly assessed and all information has been recorded, it is the job of the crime scene investigators to recover the physical evidence at the crime scene through a number of technical and scientific methods and procedures. Proper care must be taken at all times to ensure that the physical evidence is collected and preserved according to strict standards. In summary, the duties of the scenes of crime are to examine crime scenes, photograph crime scenes, process crime scenes, and the collection of biological evidence. The next branch is the Special Weapons and Tactics, or SWAT, motto, creating safer spaces. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Special Weapons and Tactics team was created to resolve any incident in the safest manner possible, protecting the lives of citizens, police, and suspects. The SWAT branch works closely with crisis negotiators, divisional operational teams, and the Canine division to resolve incidents. The team has specialists trained as counter snipers. They must be able to put 5 rounds of ammunition into a 1-inch circle at 100 yards. Counter snipers form a good vantage point with their scopes and are most often used in gathering intelligence. Entry specialists. They are trained in covert entries into a building, dynamic entries, high-risk warrant service, hostage rescue, and resolving barricaded person situations. These team members are trained in deployment of chemical munitions and less lethal munitions. And rappel specialists. They would be used in case where a specialized entry technique is required. An overview of the SWAT duties are high-risk warrant entries, non-violent apprehension of armed and barricaded suspects, rescue missions involving hostages, officers, and citizens captured or endangered by gunfire, and counter-terrorist operations. The next branch is the Visual Identification Unit, motto, capturing identity. The Jamaica Constabulary Force's Visual Identification Unit conducts all identification parades and provides technical expertise to improve the quality of criminal investigations. Their duty include to enhance image quality, to create images from descriptions, to conduct identification parades, and to improve the quality of investigations. Next up is the Marine Division. Motto, monitoring threats to our borders. The Marine Division is committed to preventing and combating crime along the coastline and in the territorial waters of Jamaica. Some of its responsibilities include surveillance of the country's more than 140 uncontrolled ports, enforcing counter-narcotics, fisheries, and firearm legislation, search and rescue operations, environmental and wildlife protection, and monitoring threats to our borders. The Canine Division, motto, resistance is futile. The Canine Division was established in 1954. The division currently provides canine services such as narcotics detection, firearms, ammunition, and spent casings detection, cadaver detection, and explosive detection. Next up is the Technology Branch, motto, working environment improve. The main objective of the Technology Branch are to provide the Jamaica Constabulary Force with integrated information technology solutions to assist in the prevention and solving of crimes in Jamaica, and to implement appropriate technology within the force to achieve efficient management of resources. In order to achieve these objectives, the following strategies are being employed: accurately determining the current and future needs of the force, deploying the most appropriate technology to serve these needs, carrying out continuous and extensive training on the use of technology for all levels of staff in the force, expanding the system to the relevant authorities to enter and inquire into all incidents involving the criminal justice system in Jamaica. The Technology Branch provides support to computer users in the organization. This can include installing new software, repairing hardware problems, installing new hardware, troubleshooting problems, and training employees how to use new software programs. Individuals working at the Tech Branch are also responsible for installing and setting up computer network in an organization. A summary of the duties of the Technology Branch includes technology training, data and quality control, network and technical support, and systems maintenance. The next branch is a Property and Maintenance Unit, motto, creating better work environment. The mission of the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Property Management and Maintenance Division is to provide quality and suitable accommodation for police officers. The PMMD constructs, maintains, renovates, and manages properties occupied by members of the JCF. Members of the Property Management and Maintenance Unit are highly qualified and certified in building technology. A summary of their duties include building, property management, property maintenance, and refurbishing. Next up is the Department of Tactical Training. The Department of Weapons and Tactical Training came into existence in October of 2006 for officers to have specialized responsibility for firearms and tactical training. Its mandate is to provide our law enforcement professionals with the tactical knowledge and expertise to protect the life, property, and dignity of all. The department delivers high-quality programs customized to the needs of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. It specializes in firearms training, fieldcraft, urban tactical training, operation support team training, local SWAT, less lethal training, and provide police divisions with operational support and guidance. Next is the Criminal Investigations Branch, motto, solving mysteries. The mission of the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Criminal Investigations Branch is to collect and analyze information to present irrefutable evidence that the courts can rely on in order to convict guilty offenders. This is done through a well-trained and highly motivated staff that acts with the highest integrity and respect for the rights of all. Detectives and criminal investigators typically do the following: investigate crimes, collect and secure evidence from crime scenes, conduct interviews with suspects and witnesses, observe the activities of suspects, obtain warrants and arrest suspects, write detailed reports and fill out forms, prepare cases and testify in court. And the core values of the branch are integrity, accountability, professionalism, excellence, and justice. Next up is the Chaplaincy Services Branch, motto, spiritual and emotional support. The Chaplaincy Services Branch offers holistic care that focuses on the psychological, emotional, moral, and spiritual needs of all members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, its auxiliary and their families within the context of trust and confidentiality. Next is Bicycle Patrol, motto, at your fingertips. The Jamaica Constabulary Force uses sidewalk-level police presence through bicycle patrols. This Special Operations Unit offers high visibility and proactive community policing presence that is budget-friendly for any size department. Bicycles can fulfill several roles in a wider range of environments than patrol cars or SUVs, and can be used in many of the same environments as footbeats with faster response time. These units can be afloat in a parade, monitor the crowd along the route, be used in rural and urban search and rescue, provide security inside dense pedestrian centers, patrol inside buildings, whether a mall or apartment complex, and provide highly effective crowd control mechanisms at demonstrations. A summary of the duties of the bicycle unit: public interaction, responding to conflict, and maintaining law and order. Next up is the Band Division, motto, march to a different beat. The Band Division was formed in March of 1958 and in November of that year gave its first public performance at Fort Charles in Port Royal. It was founded by English bandmaster Superintendent C.T. Bear, who was appointed Director of Music. In 1962, the JCF band made its first overseas tour in Grand Cayman. Since then, the band has also performed in the United States of America. The function of the Band Division is to provide entertainment to the citizens of Jamaica and neighboring countries. It provides a foundation for dual acceptance between the people and the police, and allows residents to see the police as a professional body genuinely concerned with their safety and security. The Band Division over the years has developed community outreach programs to include music lessons for youths, homework assistance, police youth club activities, as well as providing motivational speakers for troubled youths. A summary of the Band Division duties are to provide entertainment, to provide music lessons, to provide music for parades and ceremonial displays. Next is the Polygraph Unit, motto, integrity is non-negotiable. The Polygraph Unit upholds the organization's honor and integrity through strict vetting of its applicants and serving members. Jamaica is one of the few countries in the world whose law enforcement organization has an established Polygraph Unit. The Polygraph Unit requires its members to be computer literate, have basic Microsoft knowledge and analytical skills. A summary of the duties of the Polygraph Unit are integrity testing, background screening, investigative support, and recruitment screening. Next up is the Narcotics Division, motto, Border Protection. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Narcotics Division was founded in 1974 as part of the expansion of the Criminal Investigations Bureau. Their primary objective is to reduce and ultimately eradicate the flow of illicit drugs in and out of Jamaica. The mission is to make Jamaica less attractive for transnational crime syndicates to operate through the conduct of professional investigations, utilizing intelligence and current technologies aimed at achieving successful prosecutions, seizures of contraband, and the forfeiture of assets. A summary of the duties of the Narcotics Division includes to reduce the drug trade, to seize contraband, the forfeiture of assets, and securing our borders. Finally on the list is the Corporate Communications Unit. Motto: building confidence and credibility through communications. The Corporate Communications Unit, or CCU, is the official and credible communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The CCU supports the JCF's vision of becoming a high-quality professional service that is valued and trusted by all citizens of Jamaica. Its role is critical in defining and sustaining all stakeholders' positive perception of the force. The CCU utilizes effective communication systems to promote, improve, and preserve the work, image, and brand of the JCF. As a 24-hour operation, the unit ensures round-the-clock engagement with JCF's internal and external stakeholders. A summary of the duties of the communications branch: writing news releases, monitoring social media, videography, and photography, also in communicating with the media.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.